This week, I'm gonna kind of focus on a little bit of spicing up a simple lick that almost every player knows at every level. It's just the E blues riff. Everybody knows that one. Drop it down to A position, back to E position, B, A, E. Basically, it's what we call a 1-4-5 progression. You know, any key, one being the E, because that's the key that we're in. 4 degrees up on the major scale, you have the A. And when I said 5, of course the 5th degree of the major scale will be a B. This may seem a little advanced to some and maybe a little weak to others. I'm using a Fred Kelly medium speed pick. They're my favorite pick. I use them 90% of the time. I use them. They're easy to swap between thumb picking, finger style, and flat picking techniques, and they serve me really well. So that's my pick of choice. But just because I'm using the thumb pick on this, you can also incorporate flat pick techniques with standard flat pick, using just the flat pick. Or you can do the hybrid picking, where you hold the pick, flat pick, and you use your fingers. If you've never branched into that, I would recommend branching into that. That'll open a whole new horizon to your playing. You're opening up a whole new realm that really will benefit you in the end. We're gonna start this off by using the first. We're gonna be doing a big E string. You can also take this as a chance to tune up with me. Make sure you're in tune with me. There's my E. We'll be using the E string, the A string, and the D string. Okay, you see I have them all noted in the 2nd fret. Now I don't have fret markers on this guitar, so it may be a little bit harder times if we get up on fret C, on that C. But I'm in the 2nd fret. So when you hit this, you take your E, A, and B, or E, A, and D, will sound like. Okay. Now we're going to incorporate here a technique called a forward row. And basically it's just repetitive over and over again. We'll go E, A, D. Okay, just over and over. And don't worry, you're not getting that fast at first. Don't worry, it'll come. Just practice. If I had a flat pick, I'd be holding it like, flat pick, and I'd use these 2 fingers. I'd use my middle finger and my ring finger. Now, if you're not going to do any hybrid picking, you just, of course, pick straight down. The key to this is timing. You have to get the timing just right, this lick straight. Now, the lick we're going to hit. That's the first part of it. That's in the E position. Now all I'm doing is I'll go E, A, D, then I hit my E string into the 3rd fret, making a G note. Okay, then back open again. A nice alternate. That's I'll bend it some. I'll bend it up. Now like that one, dude. You can feel free to bend it up now. I'll bend it up now depending. I get into it on stage. Sometimes I'll bend it clear up to an A note. Sometimes it's just a G sharp. But now, another thing that will make this lick sound great is using a palm mute on your right hand. And the best way to get a palm mute that I found and explain to people is just pretend you karate chop your bridge. Okay? Then roll your hand over just a little bit, but don't push down, don't put pressure on it, okay? Just a little bit of pressure. That'll keep each string kind of in the same volume range. See? that intentional. Okay, so sort of up speed where I'd like going to play up to speed. Okay, now we're going to drop down to the A position. And we're going to do the same thing on the A as we did the E, really. If you look, my D and my G string are both on the second fret. Just like it was on the E. Now I choose to do the bar because that frees these three fingers up. If I made it like this, I'd be limited to just my ring finger and pinky. So I bar it intentionally on both of these. That way I can give me more, more span down here to do whatever I want. Plus I have three free fingers. Three's there and two always on this. So, and we're going to basically repeat the same thing with this. But we're going to jump up to the E string. So what we're going to do without the bends, it's going to be a my open A, second fret, and my D and G. So I'm going third fret on my A, open A, open G, or my E and third fret. Okay? Continuing my palm mute back here. When I do a bend, you may notice I lift my hand up so we'll ring it. I got it. So up speed, wherever I play it, if I was playing it in a song, say faster songs, I like faster songs. Up to speed. Okay. Then I jump back to the E. Now, here comes the trigger one. We're going to work out this B position. Now, if you noticed, I held most of that E. Can't really say true chord because of, didn't have three notes, I'm just actually hitting E, D, and E. Yeah? So you can get that third note in there and make a true chord. But this time we kind of will incorporate it, making true chords. So I will be hitting all the notes in this chord. So this one's going to be a little tricky for everybody probably at first, okay? What makes it so tricky is I'm having to keep these notes right here on my B, G, and D note the whole time I'm hitting this whole thing. Now first I'm starting out with just a roll from my A string, which I have noted in the second fret, and I'm rolling my D and G. I'm hitting the A string in the second fret, my D and my G in the fourth fret. Now I'm going to take my middle finger up. I'm sliding, I'm noting the fourth fret, I'm going to slide it to the sixth fret. Now, a lot of times when I get to the fifth fret, I'll go ahead and pick it up with my ring finger. That way it's easier just to note it. Okay? Like. See, now I have middle finger freed up. Then I just drop down, I hit my D in the 4th fret, roll the other two, the G and the B. Then hit my D in the 6th fret. And I roll again, my D and G in the 4th fret. Okay? Second. Roll. Start with my middle finger in the 4th fret, slide up. Catch it right there on the 5th fret with my ring finger to the 6th fret. Roll it. 4th fret, D. Then roll my G, B. 6th fret, G. Roll. Open. Back to the middle. Back to the 4th. Okay. So you have real slow. Sometimes you slow it down, you kind of tend to forget or overdo what you're doing. Okay. Up speed. Okay, that's gonna be our next lick. Okay, I like the dissonance in that. It goes going to the 7th. So I use that a whole lot of different ways. We're going back today, we're doing the same thing we kind of did a minute ago, and we're just going to put a slight difference on it. We're doing the same thing as the B, if you notice. We're going to open, A, roll your D and G. I set a hammer on from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret. On A, roll, 2nd fret, G, D, G. I'm hitting my D in the 2nd fret. 4th fret on my D. Now here's where I slide it down. Here comes the tricky part. Now catch it back up. I'm sliding basically down the 2nd fret on it. And when I do it, I switch fingers to my pinky. Slide back up. I slide down one ring finger, back up to my pinky. Okay? The reason why is that's going to allow us to get more stretch when we go to our pinky. Okay? So after we hit, now we're going to do what we call a double stop. These are a little trickier. This is where if you're doing hybrid picking or you're using thumb picking your fingers, it's going to be a lot easier for you. Doing a double stop with a straight flat pick is not impossible. It's not, but I rarely see it done. You know, it's far easier to get used to getting these two fingers like they're glued together and moving them together than it is to try to mimic it with just a straight flat pick thing. Okay? I can't recall seeing double stops with just flat pick very often, to be truthful. Okay, so now part of getting this down, man, is getting this. If you notice the syncopation, listen to just my D string. Pay attention, hone in on it. You notice so I'm hitting there's syncopation there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit our B and our G together in the 3rd fret or 2nd fret. So we're gonna slide up to the 4th fret on our D string simultaneously at the same time. Hit your G and your B in the 2nd fret. Then we're gonna come up after we hit those two together. Hit your G D string, the 4th fret twice. Flatten it, your G and your B to the 1st fret. Go back, hit your D and the 4th fret twice. Okay, real slow. Up speed. You notice what I'm doing, that's a good way to practice is I'm walking down, I'm going back up. Okay, so one more time. Up to speed. Alright, now, then after that, of course, we go back to the 1. If you have any questions regarding any of this, you can contact Sugg Street Post, or you can look me up on Facebook, JT Oglesby. And just like to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank Sugg Street Post for the opportunity. Thank Ray Kelly for the tremendous picks. Hope to see you all next week. And thank you. We hear a train coming.